So we all know by the time we get finished with slope-intercept form, we want it to look like this, because we know that is slope-intercept form. So obviously what we have right now, anybody happen to remember what it's called? Absolutely. So we're in standard form right now. We need to get it in a slope-intercept. So what's my first step? What's the first thing we should get rid of that's keeping the y from being isolated?
6x.
The 6x, absolutely. How do I cancel out a 6x? Minus 6x. And I know that you guys know we need to do it on the other side. Correct. So step 1, get that x off of there. Sorry, that line is really bothering me because it's not all that straight. It's bugging me. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? Okay, here we go. All right. So the positive 6x and the negative 6x are going to cancel each other out. I'm going to bring down. And I am deliberately making a mistake right now. I forgot to do something. What did I forget to do? What did I forget to bring down? The minus, exactly. There's a minus subtraction in front of that 5y. So I need to do a minus 5y. And then remember on the other side of the equal sign, this one does not have an x, but this one does. So we cannot put them together. We're just going to have to write them as two separate parts. Okay, so everybody good with that first step? How am I going to cancel out that negative 5 that's sitting there with the y? I'm going to divide. Exactly. Thank you for not saying add, because we are going to cancel out that multiplication with division on both sides. Okay, so you guys killed it on these first couple of steps. This next step is where it gets a little dicey, but based on how you guys did the last class, I think you're going to be just fine. So remember, we've got to divide negative 5 by negative 5. If you don't remember how to use that graphing calculator, I will remind you, but I think you guys are probably going to be fine. You'll see once you put it in there that negative 5 divided by negative 5 is a positive 1. Still got my isolated y. And then I need to bring down, I need to multiply, my bad. I need to divide negative 6x by negative 5 also. So negative 6x divided by negative 5. Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. Sorry, y'all. I'm really struggling today. I'm doing stupid stuff. My bad. Okay, if you're not great with your fractions, you don't have to be, because that Desmos calculator will do it for you. Okay, 6 over 5 is not going to turn out to be a whole number, but we want it to be a fraction. So on your mastery, let me do that again. Okay, so that negative 6 divided by negative 5, sorry guys, I'm backtracking, is a positive 6 over 5. We put our plus in between, because the x and the 1 can't be combined. Okay. If you give me an answer that looks like this on your mastery, it will be counted as correct. But remember that what we typically see in slope-intercept form is the x before, because remember, this tells you your slope, and this tells you your y-intercept, and it's slope-intercept form. So this is learning target number 1. So if you just understood what I just did, and you can, learning target number 2 is going to ask you for the slope. Now that you've converted it, what is the slope? So what number is in front of the x? 6 over 5. Literally nothing to do. You already did all the hard work getting it converted. The slope is 6 over 5. And I know you guys know the y-intercept is 1, but let me make sure I remind you about something. Frequently, in high school math, even though I know in middle school math, it was good enough for you to just say the y-intercept was positive 1. For reasons that'll be a little bit more clear when you get to Algebra 2, it's good for you to know the ordered pair for the y-intercept. So don't just write 1. Remember that if this graph were hitting the y-axis right here at 1, that the ordered pair would be 0, 1. because in order for the coordinate to be right there on the y-axis, it's got to be in the middle of the x-axis. So when it's your y-intercept, your x-coordinate is always going to be a 0. So get in the habit of writing it as an ordered pair, and you'll be glad you did when you get to Algebra 2. So first thing, we started off awesome. We're getting rid of that 8x by doing a -8. But what else needs to be along with that -8? The 8x, yep. Good job. Yep. Okay. And we need to do it on, would help if I wrote the right number down. Yep. Okay, give me 2 seconds, baby, and I'll look. Okay, so we need to do -8x on both sides. We know that those are canceled. We're going to bring down that 6y. We can't combine these, but they are on the same side, so we just write them as 2. And then we need to divide by 6 to cancel, right? So we got y equals, so we got -6 divided by +6, which yep. And then we're allowed to put this one in the calculator if we want. So -8 divided by +6 it simplifies to, if you put it in there, it'll simplify to the fraction -4/3. So since it's a negative, we got to put that minus in front of there and our x. And finally, I like to go ahead and flip them, even though it would have been right to leave it as the other thing too. Here's the big thing that people were missing in the other classes on this mastery. Okay, pretty much everybody was getting the slope. The only issue is that I still had some people putting an x on there. Remember, the x is not part of the slope. The x is simply the coordinate. And then making sure that you remember the y-intercept. Yes, the y-intercept is technically -1, but we want to write it as an ordered pair. If you were to graph it, that it would be at 0 and -1.